Okay, here's a quick YouTube about the activities on Thursday. I went out a bit prematurely weather-wise, and it was a little bit cold. It was 39 degrees F, 6C in Woodstock, Ontario, Canada. I went out with KX3 with an external battery and a QRP Guys antenna kit. This is one that's a kit. I've obviously made one. It has 41 feet of wire on it as the antenna and 35 foot as the counterpoise. This is a QRP Guys 40 to 10 metre UnUnTenna 9 to 1 UnUn. So there we are. Without further ado, let's tuck myself away in the corner and show you how we got on. There we go. So this is the antenna. This area here is the PCB part of the QRP kit. The orange wire that runs along to the right there goes up into a tree, and if you look carefully at the tree, there's a fishing pole next to it. So instead of throwing the wire over, I basically walked the fishing pole around the back and over the branch, then pulled it towards where we are in this picture, and there was a branch hanging down from a tree, and I just used that to kind of spring tension it. So there is the same thing viewed from the other way, and you can't really see, but on where the coax is dropping away, there's also a yellow wire that drops down and then trails along the floor, which you can just about make out down here. And that is the default length that they say in the kit, 35 foot. So I wanted to know what this thing actually did. There's a better view of it. The yellow wire. So on the Rig Expert, I scanned basically a 50 meg chunk. So that's centred on what appears to be a resonant point at 29.2. 25 meg either side of that takes us from roughly 4 meg up to, how good's my maths, 55 meg, but this thing craps out at 54 meg, so there we go, yeah. So 4 to 54 meg roughly, and you can see generally the SWR is between 4 and 10, with the exception of that little one at 29 megs, and down round about 7 megs it comes down to nearly 2. Okay, so yeah, at 7 megs you've got to be quite high up in the band. I wonder if maybe if you extend that 41 foot of wire out a little bit, then you can bring that down. So the impact of it, we're concerned with a SWR of 4 to 1. It's just a quick chart I rubbed off the internet. So at an SWR of 4, assuming you have 100 watts and 64% goes forwards, that means 64 watts of your 100. But guess what? We're dealing with a KX3 or possibly a KX2. So 15 watts of 64% of that hitting the sky means just 9.6 watts. It's not too terrible. But 5 watts, that's 3.2 watts going off the antenna. So this was my operating position, a very cold rock to sit on, and after about nearly an hour, I can tell you I had a lot of fun tuning around, hitting the tune button. The ATU in the radio totally handles that SWR of 4, no problem. But did I make any contacts? No. Conditions weren't very hot. There were some Caribbean stations warming up for the competition, whatever you want to call it, this weekend. There's just a better view. But yeah, after an hour, fun was had. Yeah, good time really. Nothing in that logbook. I made a few notes of call signs that I found along the way, but for sure radio's performing, and I'm looking forward to next time. What I'm getting out of this is that a resonant antenna is the best. because of your 15 watts you're going to be getting 14.5 watts off into the sky, and not a lower portion. Actually, on that subject, just stepping back to the SWR side of it, you look at the worst case 10% there, sorry 10%, an SWR of 10 only gives you 33%, so your 100 watts will be 33 watts, and what would your 15 watts would probably be about 4 watts, and the 5 watt from a say KX2 it's only going to be like a watt and a half. So yeah, resonant is the way to go. These antennas that I'm using at the moment, the QRP Guys UnUn, sure it works, but you need to be looking at trying to get somewhere resonant to get the best efficiency out of it. And with that, we're done. Thanks for watching VA3 SII. Bye.